The following has been paid for by the Rage You Nerds.
Welcome to Rage You Nerds. I'm Mr. Cack. That's Jared. That's TJ. We are the nerds, and we are here to rage for you, with you, from you. So we're going to start off things by doing us a little wrestling rage, but we will be wrestling rage a bit different this time around. We are going to toss the baton, toss the microphone, pass the torch along to our friend TJ as he wrestle rages it up. So here we go. This is TJ, and this is Wrestling Rage.
All right, so Wrestling Rage, what we're talking about is Wrestlemania, the two-night event that is happening tomorrow and Sunday. So I'm just going to go over the card here and kind of give my predictions and a little bit of what I think is going to happen and kind of my opinions of these matches. So night one, first match, Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. I'm actually kind of interested in seeing this match because it's going to be a lot different than Drew McIntyre winning last year, against who did he face? Brock Lesnar. Yeah, he had 3 moves.
Brock Lesnar, yep.
Each of them did 3 moves, and that was it. So this, I think, is going to be a lot more back and forth and could be a longer match. And so I'm actually excited. I'm thinking Drew McIntyre is going to win because I think they're going to want to put it on him with a crowd, but I'm hoping Bobby Lashley wins. I don't know. I like the heel champion dynamic. So the next one listed is Bad Bunny and Damian Priest versus The Miz and John Morrison. I don't know who Bad Bunny is. It sounds like a cartoon character. So I don't care about this match. Damian Priest was, all right in NXT from the few matches that I've seen, but his gimmick just reminded me a lot of Vampiro from WCW.
Wow, that's a throwback.
Yeah.
That is a deep pool.
And it's The Miz and John Morrison, and The Miz and John Morrison are both really good. Why couldn't they come up with something better for them to do than this? Next one, The New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods versus AJ Styles and Omos.
Damn it, AJ.
So this one is another one. This is a tag team match for the WWE Raw Tag Team Championship. It's still one of those. The WWE has this habit of not really having any tag teams. It's hard to really care about tag teams. Now, I like the New Day, and I'm thinking they're going to probably win. AJ Styles is a good wrestler. I've watched him whenever he was in TNA, but Omos is just like this 20-foot tall giant. Never seen the guy wrestle, so I don't know how it's going to turn out. I think New Day is going to win it. Next one on the list is Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon in a steel cage match. And that's literally all I can say about that. It's a match I don't think anybody wants to see, and nobody cares who wins. And it's probably going to be Braun Strowman. All right, the next one is Cesaro versus Seth Rollins in a singles match. This would actually be a really good match. I just wish there were stakes on the line. If there was like a championship involved, like Intercontinental or anything, but there's not. So it's going to be a good match. Cesaro, I can see winning. It's going to be his first singles WrestleMania appearance. So this one's definitely going to be one to watch. Next one, Lana and Naomi versus Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose versus the Riot Squad versus Natalya and Tamina versus Billie Kay and Carmella. This is a tag team turmoil match. The winners will receive a WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match on night 2. I can see Lana and Naomi winning this. And the simple fact is it's going to be some long-awaited payoff to the whole Lana and Nia Jax storyline that they played out all through last year, it seems like. And which is sad because, the Riot Squad, I think, should be the winners. But this is like I said before, this is a tag team match, and WWE does not do tag team wrestlers. So they literally had to just throw all these people together, it seems like, in order to just make this match and, give all these women a spot in WrestleMania, which is not bad, but there could be more women's matches, in my opinion. I can see this one going Lana and Naomi, Lana being injured in the match somehow and question it, and they're going to question, oh, will she make it to night 2 and will she be able to compete? And then them going in and competing and winning.
Now,
build that underdog story up.
Now I don't want to trip you up here, TJ. Just a producer note to throw out there. Tonight on SmackDown, it was Tamina, nobody Mina, versus Nia Jax in a one-on-one match. Tamina actually did back body drop with Nia Jax, took her off the ropes and hoisted her up over her shoulder and threw her down with some authority, and it looked like Tamina had a little bit of traction. Eventually, Shayna Baszler came in, and it was a disqualification finish. And then after the fact, it showed all the tag teams in the back. They were all about to get up in each other's grill, and they started spatting with one another. And then Tamina,
that's what people do.
It is. And then Tamina and Natalya, just coming back from the ring from their match, go into the back area and literally beat down everyone, and then walk off triumphantly. So I don't know.
I can see it being more of a misdirect, something to kind of hype up Natalya and Tamina.
It's fair.
But I mean, I could see the Lana storyline really playing out more. I honestly don't care who wins. I would like the Riot Squad to win because they've been there a while. They've been a tag team, and it's a tag team title opportunity on the line. But Vince doesn't like tag teams for some reason. Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I want Bianca Belair to win this. Nothing against Sasha Banks, but there's so many people on the WWE roster, both men's division and women's division, that it seems like the titles only stay on a few certain people. Plus, she won the Royal Rumble, so I can see her definitely winning this match. And all right, so that is night 1. And there's really only 1 or 2 matches that I'm actually interested in seeing. Night 2. This is kind of where it gets a little bit more interesting, and there's more titles on the line. So, like, night 1, I think there's only like 3 titles on the line. Night 2 has 5, so there can definitely be some title changes here. First match listed on here is Asuka versus Rhea Ripley. Asuka's been the champion for a while. Rhea Ripley comes in from NXT as a heel, I guess. She turned heel. So in something like this, I can see them putting the title on Rhea Ripley for nothing more to kind of give that WrestleMania rematch from last year with Rhea Ripley and Charlotte. So that's how I see kind of this playing out. Rhea Ripley gets the title. She feuds with Asuka for a few pay-per-views. And the next big one, Charlotte Flair comes in, and you get that WrestleMania rematch. You get that chance to redeem herself, even though they'll still put it on Charlotte. I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't end up a triple threat match with Charlotte being thrown in at this point. I mean, I know they haven't said anything about it, but
I think they're saving Charlotte for the Monday after, or the Friday after. I think Monday or Friday, Charlotte pops back up and immediately starts a feud with whoever's holding the title.
I can see that. So the next one up is The Fiend with Alexa Bliss versus Randy Orton.
So real quick, and because I haven't been keeping up, how did The Fiend and Alexa Bliss get teamed up?
I don't know. It was like
there?
20 years ago, man. I don't remember.
So here's legitimately what happened, Jared. He gave her the mandible claw, and context be damned. And then after that, so the gimmick has been that every time someone encounters the Fiend and he does something, they slowly begin to change. And Alexa Bliss became slowly but surely absolutely batshit crazy.
Alexa Bliss is such a good actor that she really pulls that off, like the whole, I'm just normal, and then just kind of staring off into nothingness, and then, just the transformation of it. But once it finally happened, once it came to fruition, it just really kind of drug out, and it's at the point where it's almost annoying at this point. I'm kind of interested in seeing his new design So I'm saying the Fiend wins. Probably be interesting to watch. Next match, Big E versus Apollo Crews, Nigerian drum fight for the WWE Intercontinental Championship match.
My favorite.
I don't know what a Nigerian drum fight is, but Big E and Apollo Crews can deliver, so it's going to be interesting. And you know what? I'm for putting titles on heels. I say give it to Apollo Crews. Next match, Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn with Logan Paul. Once again, I do not know who Logan Paul is. So I'm going to hover over the link, and it
He's
says
not that YouTube guy, is he?
he is an American YouTuber,
He is a
internet
YouTube
personality, actor, podcaster, and boxer. So Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. It's going to be a good match. These two always put on a good match. Kevin Owens, I'm going to see winning just because he's the face, and Sami Zayn has Logan Paul, and there's going to be a lot of shenanigans, I think, in this match, but I'm definitely interested in seeing it. Next match, United States Championship match. We have Sheamus versus the Riddler. They put on a hell of a match on Monday Night Raw several eons ago. I can see that match. I mean, this is going to be another good one. I'm going for Sheamus just because, like I said, I'm going for the heel. And I just don't like Riddle. I don't like that character. I don't like the stoner type. The stoner personality. But he's going to end up winning because he's the champion and he's a stoner and he's a face, and you can't put all the championships on the heel. All right. Next match, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler with Reginald. It's like they can't find anything for this guy to do.
Oh, Reginald, come here, boy.
Versus the tag team turmoil winners. So we're just going to have to see who wins on night one. But whoever it is, I hope they beat Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler because I just find them annoying as a tag team. They're really not a tag team. And finally, Roman Reigns versus Edge versus Daniel Bryan for the triple threat match for the Universal Championship. This match, either Edge or Daniel Bryan are going to win because it's likely going to end up being the main event, and they're going to want a face to come out on top at WrestleMania.
That's fair.
That being said, this should have never been a triple threat match. It should have just been Roman Reigns versus Edge. But they had to throw Daniel Bryan into it. For whatever reason, whatever thinking, they had to. This was Edge wins the Royal Rumble, comes back after 10 years, wins the Royal Rumble, gets his title shot. But, oh, wait, you know what? Let's just go ahead and give a title shot to someone else, too. It kind of defeats the purpose of the Royal Rumble.
Some people think it's so that they have an out so that way Roman Reigns can lose this match without being pinned or submitted. So one of the other two guys will be taking the pin.
Oh, interesting.
And that's the way that I'm going to see it happening. I mean, it's going to be to protect Roman Reigns. He's comes back and becomes this major heel that pretty much doesn't fight anybody. He has his cousin Jey Uso go in and fight everybody. I can definitely see that, and that's probably exactly how it's going to play out. Edge is old. Daniel Bryan is 39. I can see Daniel Bryan winning this, and Edge and Daniel Bryan feuding just to keep the title off Roman Reigns so he can win it back later to face The Rock at WrestleMania like in 2 years or something. I don't know. Either way, it's going to be interesting. The matches, just some of these just don't seem WrestleMania caliber, WrestleMania worthy, but
that's kind of what I was thinking.
But you know what? Like, just the names on the paper is one thing, but actually seeing it live or seeing it, happen, seeing it go down is something different. It seems like everyone really, none of these are going to be like 3-minute squash matches, I don't think.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to be worth a watch. And these people are going to put on their best performance that they probably put on in a while. Anyway, that's my WrestleMania predictions.
And that was TJ with Wrestling Rage.
Wrestling Rage.
We should write a theme song.
I will say this on the WrestleMania card. It's not listed, but you better damn well believe something stupid's going to happen with the 24/7 championship that it will largely be forgotten.
Oh, yeah, both on night 1 and on night 2.
I'm sure Hogan will win it at one point. One old fart will win it and then promptly lose it very quickly.
You know, here's the thing. I hope if someone else wins it, I really, really hope they just kill that title.
Yes, I want them at one point to have whoever, like, eventually someone wins it for the sole purpose of just throwing that thing in the trash can and be like, it's done! I want that character. I will get behind that character. I will buy that character's merch. If there's someone whose, like, sole motivation is winning this damn title and then just throwing it off a bridge. All right, so we've done it. Good job, wrestling.
You're the red, white, and blue. The fun and things you do.